What's going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about Dragon Ball Super Episode 75. Okay, so this was a way more awesome episode of Dragon Ball Super than I thought it would be. Really high quality animation, really good artwork throughout the entire episode. Lots of great Krillin. I don't want to say full-blown character development just yet, but really good setup for character development for the character of Krillin. An awesome sparring match between Goku and Gohan. Probably the most badass Gohan has ever been in the entirety of fucking Dragon Ball Super, and it was awesome. It was a really good sparring match. The whole episode visually looked really good. There was great comedy with Master Roshi and Chi-Chi, and it was a really fun episode. But it also took itself seriously when it came to Krillin and developing him, and yeah, this was just a phenomenal episode, man. It was a really good one. Krillin's talking about how he's retired from martial arts, and he's a cop, and he and Goku and him sparring, he won't get anything out of it. And Android 18's like, you got shot with a bullet, and it's like, that's kind of fucking weak sauce, bro. Like, it's not... You might think at first, like, it's kind of shallow that she's, like, mad that he's, like, weak, because hasn't he always been kind of weak compared to her? But I think it's because he's getting softer than he even used to be, and because he's not as brave as he used to be. And that's one of the things about Krillin that is so awesome, is that he is a very brave character. He'll complain, and he'll be scared, but he will dive in to help against characters like Frieza or Cell, even if they're just going to punt him across the fucking planet and he's like down for the count in one hit, he'll still try, because he is a brave little guy. And yeah, I can see why she would be a little pissed off at him, and he decides he wants to train again. He decides he's not becoming a martial artist, but I think he either will become a martial artist, or at the very least he's going to train hard and become a lot stronger. And he's definitely going to get some decent training out of what happens at the end of the episode. And that's the only part of the episode I kind of don't like, is that when all the villains show up, they're like giant. I think that's a little silly, but I know they are definitely hallucinating. There's no way. He walks into this place, like this fucking Dagobah from fucking Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. He walks in, and then he sees the visions of the stuff that's happened to him recently, the stuff that's eating away at him. Butterfly goes by with like sparkles, and then there's like 3 moons, and it's all evil and fucked up, and then the villains show up. So they're definitely hallucinating, but I'm sure the hits are gonna feel real. And you got all kinds. You got like the Ginyu Force, you got Nappa, you got Vegeta back then, back in the Saiyan Saga, you got Demon King Piccolo, and then they throw in Tambourine, the first character who killed Krillin in the series. So that was a cool callback. And it's going to be cool to see how Krillin faces off against them, because Krillin can face off against stronger people, but we've seen in the Resurrection F arc that when it comes to people who've actually killed him, he's a little bit more hesitant and a lot more scared, which makes sense. So that could be like a form of PTSD for Krillin compared to other characters who might not. Because, like, see, when Krillin dies in the series, it's never like a noble sacrifice, or like he's not aware he's going to die. It's like, oh, this fucking crazy demon dude just swooped in and fucking murdered me, and then, oh shit, fucking Frieza picked me up in the air against my will and fucking blew me up. Everyone else in the series usually gets like a, Chaozu sacrificed himself, Tien sacrificed himself, Vegeta sacrificed himself. Vegeta was killed by Frieza, but he wouldn't have Vegeta's a fucking hardened warrior, fucking Saiyan. He wouldn't be affected like that, like Krillin was. So yeah, I can see why Krillin would be affected in this way, and it's going to be cool to see him overcome that in the next episode. I think in the next episode preview, we saw, like, Deborah in there, I think just briefly, so maybe more villains will show up. I don't know. I was noticing a distinct lack of Raditz, which was kind of interesting. I know Raditz is super weak, but still. Too bad they didn't bring Yamcha there and just have the Cybermen show up, like a giant Cyberman versus Yamcha. That would be fucking hilarious, but it didn't happen because Yamcha's fucking irrelevant outside of the baseball episode, but still, really, really enjoyed this episode. It had solid comedy, really solid animation. It's not just the Gohan versus Goku sparring match, which is really fun. Even the police chase looks really good from versus Krillin. I was surprised at how much he bled. That was crazy. Like, I mean, not just because Dragon Ball Super doesn't really have blood that much. There's that too, but he actually like bled like a lot out of his arm. That was crazy. But yeah, other than that, not really too much else to say about the episode. Of course, Master Roshi was funny. Goku was hilarious inside that turtle costume, and cool flashbacks, nostalgic. Oh, and we got hints to what's going on with Bulma, where Vegeta didn't want to fight with Goku, and I think Gohan said, I wonder if something happened with Bulma, and they're like, oh, it's probably an argument. If you know some of the episode spoilers, which I don't try to look into, but I do know the episode spoilers, I think I know why Vegeta is hesitant to go fight Goku and why he's bothered. And then we also Goten doing, like, he glared at him like this, and he does, like, the Vegeta eyebrow. Like, Goten, that was super funny. That was probably one of the funniest things Goten's ever done. And then we also got Whis saying he can't train Goku right now because he has to go. I forget exactly what he called it, but he said basically like the gods like summit, or the gods grand summit or something, where all the, like, I guess all the gods of destruction and the Kaios are gonna go together, which might be what we saw in that episode in the next arc preview, which I don't know if I want to talk about that here because there's like major spoilers in the next arc preview, but fuck, it looks good. Except for that one thing, that I saw a screenshot of before I saw the trailer, and my heart sank for a second. I was like, no, that can't become canon, Toei. Don't fucking do it. And they didn't. And I actually am kind of excited about it. The idea of it. It's the first time we've ever had one in the series. I know I'm being vague right now, but I think if you've seen the next arc preview, you know what I'm talking about. It's the first time we're going to have one in the series. It's a callback to a really popular movie character, and it's a unique way of doing this, the transformation. So, yeah, I'm cool with it for now, but I'm very hesitant, because when I first saw that screenshot, I was like, oh my god, no, Toei, please, don't do that, don't make that canon, but they didn't seem to, so yeah. And everything else looked great. A lot of it's probably like footage from the new opening, but it still looks really well animated. And I think the footage of... Oh, do I want to say... I kind of already said it, didn't I? But yeah, the other footage we see, besides the fighting in the new preview, I think that has to do with the God Summit, fuck it, you know, because we do see a lot of them there. I'm not going to go into like what they look like or who's matched with who or whatever, but yeah, it's Dragon Ball Super is going to be crazy in the next couple of weeks and next coming months. But I'm going to give this episode... Fuck, that fight with Goten, or not Goten, that fight with Gohan and fucking Goku was so good, but the episode overall, it's probably like an 8.5. I think it's a very good episode. From a technical standpoint, it was really on point. They kind of did, again, that one issue I've been having where they reused the music a lot from Kai, but not as bad. I think they only used like one song in this episode, and it is one of the songs that fucking they keep reusing. But I like that they're using the Kai music. I don't know why it's just those specific songs, but they didn't do that for the entire episode, so... Yeah, it's like an 8.5 episode, though. It's a very good to great episode of Dragon Ball Super. I really enjoy the Krillin characterization leading to some development. I really enjoy that. I like seeing Gohan be a badass for the first time in quite a long time. We saw Fortune Teller Baba for the first time in a long time. I don't think I've ever heard her Japanese voice. She sounds exactly like Yajirobe, which means that's 3 characters that the voice actress of Luffy from One Piece plays. Krillin. I mean, she did all these voices before Luffy, to be fair, but... There's Krillin, Yajirobe, and now Fortune Teller Baba. At least that's what Fortune Teller Baba sounded like to me. But either way, 8.5 episode. I'm kind of rambling at this point. But what did you guys think of this episode of Dragon Ball Super? You can go ahead and tell me in the comments section below. You can also give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here, and click that little bell to get notifications of when my videos go up. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.